We'd like to welcome you to another edition of Rick Davis's Talking Gold. This is facts and figures on gold, silver, diamonds, and coins in everyday language that we hope you can understand and enjoy at the same time.
The year was 2004. Facebook was founded by Mark Zuckerberg at Cambridge, Massachusetts. The groundbreaking for the Freedom Tower begins at Ground Zero in New York City. Lance Armstrong wins a 6th consecutive Tour de France cycling title. And gold closed out the year at $437.10. With prices recently hitting all-time highs, isn't it time to cash in on your broken and unused gold?
I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to buy your gold, silver, diamonds, and coins. We sit around, we talk to the people, we explain what we're doing, we explain what they have, and we show them how we're paying them for it, and then we pay you, yes, in cash. If you prefer a check, we'll pay in check. We buy all day, every day, gold, silver, diamonds, coins. We've been here 36 years, we pay you better, there's no game, there's no gimmick. I'm Rick Davis, and I want to pay you cash for your gold.
For up-to-the-minute prices on gold, silver, or platinum, visit Rick's website at www.rickdavisgoldanddiamonds.com. While there, look for Rick's specials to take advantage of. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business. Stop in and see Rick and his friendly, experienced staff at 5301 Brainerd Road in Chattanooga. While there, be sure to mention that you saw this ad on the CW and receive your CW special. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, Chattanooga's premier jewelry store. Rick, my husband bought me a beautiful ring when we got married. Since then, I have put on a few pounds. Can you resize my ring, and if so, how do you do it? From Becky in Fort Oglethorpe.
Becky, we can fix anything you can break. We have a full line repair shop there in the store. Sizing rings is not a problem. We don't stretch them, we cut them and put a piece in the way it's supposed to be done. But we do full ring repair, sizing, prong tipping. Anything you need to done on any jewelry, we can do it right there at Rick's Gold and Diamonds. Full line repair shop.
Rick has the friendliest staff that I've ever been around. Jason, Debbie, Kathy, they're all great people. Norma. Rick always pays the most. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
The following program is a pre-recorded program from Night Talk and Judy O'Neill, where we take live call-ins and try to answer questions on gold, silver, diamonds, and coins. Hopefully we'll answer one of your questions. If not, call in. Remember, we know other people are buying gold. We're not the only ones, but we are the #1. So check us out at 5301 Brainerd Road.
Something that I always pride Rick for is getting his customers in and out quickly. Because I go over there and I say this big long line and I think, oh boy, I'm going to be here till tomorrow. And sit there for a few minutes and all of a sudden they're just all going and hear somebody else come in the door. So how do you get them in and out so quickly?
Judy, it's not any secret that we have. I'm fortunate enough to have a great crew.
You do have.
The girls, they don't take a lunch hour. They eat their sandwiches or French fries right up there with the customers. I do the same thing. I grab food while I'm talking and weigh and go. But we stay at it. The girls stay at it. And it's a joint effort between everybody doing what they're supposed to. You know, that's the whole thing about
dedicated.
Nobody wants to work anymore. I mean, it makes me so mad to go into fast food joint or something. I want to grab a Crystal and a Coke and be out the door. And I've got to stand there before I even can place my order and listen to somebody talk about where they're going this weekend or what they're doing after school.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and just on and on and on. Well, I don't know, I'll tell you. And they just go on. All I want is, let me have that Coke and that little hamburger, you know, and it's, but we try to live with that we treat everybody like we want to be treated. We get our lines down quick. The girls all sort very well. They do tests if it needs to be tested. They get back to the desk. When we call our numbers, they're back. We take care of the business at hand. You know, we'll chit-chat a little bit and small talk, but at the same time, we're looking and sorting and getting our scales and our weights. And then we go show them how much it is, what it's worth, if they want to sell it, and we pay them. And then now if they're ready to go, all they got to do is go see Miss Norman, sign out on our police reports, and they're done.
Tell me about her.
Norma's wonderful. Norma's 85 years old.
Yeah.
She works 7 days a week. She works 6 days or 5 days at the store. Her Mondays, it is her off day. She works with the Christian ministry for the correctional facilities and makes God Loves You little handkerchiefs and tracts and handbills that's sent out to the ministries all over the prisons, all over. It's prison ministries out in Collegedale. And she puts in a full 8-hour day making handkerchiefs for prison ministries that's handed out. Absolutely free, no pay, no nothing. And then she goes to church all day on Sunday, morning, noon, and night, and Wednesday night prayer meeting, and just is an absolute phenomenal person. We kid her about, she washes her face in lard, cleanses her face in lard. She's 85 and looks not a day over 60.
That's exactly right.
I've got many more wrinkles than she's got, and if I could get around as fast as she does, I mean, she's just spry, a delight to be around, and she treats every customer. She gives the kids little gift sunglasses.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, once you meet her, everybody loves to come back
She's
and say,
somebody
"I'm
you
Norma."
love, yeah.
Yeah, she is a tremendous lady.
And she's the person that takes down your driver's license
Right.
number. And
She does all the
sign
logs
what
for
you
the
buy.
police department. You know, and this is something that I want to say, and I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to put it. We don't buy stolen merchandise. We don't buy anything that's not right. If we knowingly do it, we can't police 100 people a day. We can't stand there and look at them and say, you know, well, you look like you might have stole this, or you look like, well, maybe you didn't, or maybe this. We just can't do that. So we have to file police report files list with everybody that walks through that door.
So on a daily basis, whatever you bought that day,
That day is
somebody
gone.
they signed up.
That's correct.
You have a list of it and furnish it to the police department.
Correct.
And they go through it and see if that's something they're looking for.
We have to fax to the police department every morning our list from the day before. If you've had a burglary and you get to the police department quick enough, they can look, check these files, and they can see what's come through. They call us, we in turn put it up, we save it for you, you come in, you identify it, you get your merchandise back. That's the way it should be. From time to time, we get deals where we had an incident last week. The girl brought her 2 children in every time she came in. She talked to me, she talked to Jason, just a delightful young lady. She was probably 30 years old. She sold $300, $400, $900, $25, $65, 14 different times. But you know whose stuff it was? It wasn't her deceased grandmother. It was her very much alive grandmother, who she had a drug problem. She's in a rehab now. And she just started going in and getting it started with 1 piece, and then 2 pieces and 3 pieces. Luckily, I've got 4 pieces of her grandmother's stuff in a bag. I've already agreed to give it back to the lady. I mean, it wasn't her fault that she got in this trouble and was bad. But you know, we try to help. I mean, we really try to help, and it chaps me to know that people are out there and they're taking advantage of good hearts of grandmothers and things, and they just get. But we can't police it. We don't know what it is. So the only thing we can do is go by the book and write it up and let it take its course. And, you know, I mean, we're more than happy to work with them.
So do you have to write a certain description of it, or you just say like 3 diamond rings?
3 diamond ring, 2 diamond ring, rope chain,
Yeah.
herringbone chain, brooch, cameo, silver flatware, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But she had her daughter or granddaughter's name, date of birth, and she knew that it was missing, and she felt like that she had told her that she came over and sold a chain or something. Her first deal was $25. Then it went from 25 to 125. Then it went to 400, and then she had 1,000 and 1,000 and a 400, and it was coins. Which how do you identify coins? They're round and shiny and got a date on them. But she had just got in and kept getting and getting and getting. Well, grandmother went out of town for a month, and the entire month that she was gone, she would go over there every other day and get a handful of stuff and come sell it and use it for drugs.
And probably could have went to other places other than you.
Oh yeah. There's 27 different places that buy in the city, but
Well, you just said something that I often wonder too. How many people actually in this town have a sign out that says we buy and sell up?
27 different. There's
So are they
27
registered?
different reporting stores to the Chattanooga Police Department.
That's what I was going to ask you. They register some way, and you
Yep,
know that
yep.
that's the only ones. But there could be others that's not registered with the police department.
Well, the fences, the things that people that don't register is unlicensed dealers that buy at flea markets, or they
Yeah.
got them a little cigar box with a little money in it, and they set up the flea market and put "I buy gold," and they're gonna pay you about half what it's worth anyway. But they don't, what do? I mean, they don't have to register with police. They don't do IDs. They don't,
And something else I've often wondered, how do they get the money to pay you for that? How do they get the cash money to pay? Because
Well,
I
yeah,
know
they
I'm
don't-
over there with you, and you got stacks of it that you have to pay out.
Yeah, but they don't, you're not talking about doing 100 people a day at a flea market or something. You're talking about if they sit there and buy, I know when I first got in the business, if I bought 3 or 4 deals a day and made me $50, $60 a deal, Lord, I was flying. That was big business. So same thing, the guys at the flea market, they mean no harm. They're just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
But, if they go in there with $500 in the morning and they come out with $800 at night, they've had a good day. And they don't mean to try to defraud or buy hot merchandise. They're just, they're sitting there. And there's some of these dealers now that actually file with police departments. Some of the flea market dealers that's in there doing it right by the book, they've
They
got
probably
their.
do it to protect
Yes,
themselves.
sir. Yes, ma'am.
Protect
They sure
themselves.
do. So it's and you never know what it's coming from. You never know how, what, when. And we've had the same conversation with the officers that run these task forces and things, and it's just they say, well, do you remember? Do you when you're running 100 deals a day, you're lucky to remember whether they had a ring or there's no possible way. But we still work hand in hand with them, and they, and because we added the police on duty at the store, our record is just impeccable. I mean, we might get 1 or 2 deals a month. It's kind of a bad, something that we've got to get in and check. But usually somebody that's actually stole it or come by with the wrong reasons, for all the wrong reasons, when they walk in the door and they see the police on duty there
Yeah.
signing the police reports in and out, and Officer Tillery and Stokes both take the ID, they ask them the questions, where do you live, how much was this, what did you get, and when they see that, they usually leave. They just, oh, well, maybe we won't sell here, and they'll go, and that helps me tremendously because I don't want it. If it's not right, I don't want it.
Well, another thing that when he talked about the policeman that you folks need to consider is the fact that when you go over to Rick's, if he pays you a large sum of money for what you sell, you're guaranteed the security to get your car and everything's gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, we
And there's
walk.
a lot of people I see that goes out there like that.
We walk a lot of the ladies that, they'll say, could you watch me to my, and they may not have a lot of money, but they'll go with them where they got $10 or $10,000. They'll make sure everybody's comfortable. And I can't stress enough the fact that we can park 95 cars in the rear. And the rear is access to a red light right there on Brainerd
Right.
Road. Very
that's the
safe,
safest and
very
best way to
easy
go.
in and out. Yes, ma'am. You get trapped in that little parking lot in the front of the store, And it's tight.
It's hard to go
it's
in and get
hard to
out,
get
too.
out. But if they'll park in the back, we've got a handicap ramp. One of the officers is always milling around back there at the back door and watching the back
That's
parking
right.
lot. He'll help you get your stuff in and out. If he's not or he's busy with somebody else, all you got to do is come in, ask Jason or myself, and we'll get somebody, or we'll come help you ourselves carry it in. The handicap ramp makes it easy to get in and out, and then that red light on Brainerd Road makes no difference whether you're turning right or left.
That's
It's
right.
easy.
Easy in and
It's
easy
quick.
out. Let's talk about Jason a minute. How long's Jason worked for you?
Oh Lord, Jason's been with me better than 4 years now. He's been through the whole boom.
So is that what he did before he came to you?
Jason actually came in with he was kind of a yard sale guy. He was doing yard sales and very well educated, very good at antiques. He's bought and sold and traded antiques on eBay and Craigslist and
Does he
all
do
over the
eBay?
country. He used to. He doesn't do it anymore. He don't have time.
Yeah.
But he used to do it. But he came in and he sold me some. I think it was some silver that I bought. And we talked about what it was worth, and I was impressed with the knowledge that he had. Here's just a young man off the street that's selling me $40 worth of stuff that knew a lot about it. And we talked, and then the next day he came back and he brought another, I think maybe $100, $150 worth. And we talked again, and then I asked him if he had any interest in getting involved in something like that. And he said, at the present time, he said, I'm not working, I'm looking for something to do. And I think the conversation went something like, you want to try a couple days a week just to come in and help me, and da-da-da. And we're inseparable now. I mean, he's a fine young man, finest young man I've ever run across.
I think so too. I think he's got the greatest personality.
He doesn't he doesn't pressure anybody. He gives you the facts. He's no game. He's to the point. You ask him a question, he will give you a straight, honest, direct answer. There's no hem-hawing and pussyfooting around. I mean, here's what you ask. Here, let me show you.
He's very considerate too.
And very polite young man.
Yes, he is.
So I sit back often and I watch him and listen to some of his deals. And, if you ever want somebody to run your business, you want somebody to run your business exactly the way that you would run it. Well, that's what you can't find. You can't ever find that. And I catch him saying, I'll listen to him doing deals, and I'll think what I would say if I was asked this question, and he spits it right out, almost exactly what I would say. Not
I
that
got
I'm right,
somebody
but
like that,
just
too.
I mean, it's tough to put that tag on somebody, But love the way he handles people. All the people, some of them want to see me, and he'll say, "Oh, you want to let the older man wait on you instead of the young, fresh, or you want the good-looking older man to wait on you instead of this young, fresh?"
Yeah.
And they'll grin or something. "Oh, you're all right," and but he blows it right on off, and I mean, we just have a good time with it.
Yeah. That's what I found about him. He's courteous and kind and that kind of person. I'm going to let you take a break, and I'm going to take a break. Okay?
I bet it's commercial time.
It is commercial time.
Commercial time.
Commercial time. Rick joins me tonight from Rick Davis, Golden Diamonds, and we're going to talk about his new promotion here in a minute after we take this commercial break.
How does Rick Davis see hundreds of people every day and nobody waits over 15 minutes? It's simply the system. Check in with the Golden Girls first. They divide your jewelry into plastic bins. Next, wait for your number to be called. This may be my favorite part because it is never a long wait and it gives me the opportunity to look around the showroom. Then, when my number is called, I get to see Rick or Jason. Both of them are great. They give me a value on my items and I decide if I want to sell it or not. Of course, I always do because Rick pays the best. Last, I sign out with Miss Norma. She's really a gem, and I'm on my way. I always have a great time with Rick and his friendly staff. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
With the economy in a crunch, people are scurrying trying to get gifts and get layaways and things for Christmas. We've opened our entire store is now layaway for you at Christmas. All items are 70% off. You can put it in layaway. There's 90 days, same as cash, 0% financing, no interest. Come in, check it out. We've done it for you, our customers. We've been your dealers for 35 years. We are your friend in the jewelry business. So please come in the store and check us out. I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to buy your gold, silver, diamonds, and coins. We sit around, we talk to the people, we explain what we're doing, we explain what they have, and we show them how we're paying them for it, and then we pay you, yes, in cash. If you prefer a check, we'll pay in check. We buy all day, every day, gold, silver, diamonds, coins. We've been here 36 years, we pay you better, there's no game, there's no gimmick. I'm Rick Davis, and I want to pay you cash for your gold.
For up-to-the-minute prices on gold, silver, or platinum, visit Rick's website at www.rickdavisgoldendiamonds.com. While there, look for Rick's specials to take advantage of. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business. Stop in and see Rick and his friendly, experienced staff at 5301 Brainerd Road in Chattanooga. While there, be sure to mention that you saw this ad on the CW and receive your CW special. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, Chattanooga's premier jewelry store.
All right, we're back. We're talking to Rick Davis from Rick's Gold and Diamonds, and we have on the line someone that'd like to talk with Rick. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Rick, I wanted to tell you, I don't know you, I've never seen you, but from what I have gathered from seeing you on YouTube show, you're a very kind person.
Well, thank you very much.
I noticed you're kind to Judy, you're kind to all the people that call in. I just felt like it was worth telling you about.
I beg your pardon, ma'am?
I just felt like it was worth calling and telling you about.
Well, I thank you. You know, we work hard and we try to do what's right, but you know, we get and don't expect any praise. But I thank you very much for sharing that with me. And you know, we hope that we always do what the customers want.
Well, maybe I'll come in there one day. I have quite a bit of jewelry, but I don't get out and go anywhere.
Well, come in and you know.
I just want to pass that along to you, and you have a good night.
Yes, ma'am. You too, and thank you very much for calling.
Okay, bye.
All right.
You don't get much of that.
Well, I don't either. You just eat it up when you get it,
yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, it's
Well,
you know,
you are
nice
that
lady.
way.
She held for a long time, waiting just to say
Yeah,
thank
she
you.
did. She
You know,
held
I
for a
mean,
long
that's-
time.
Most people won't take the time anymore. They don't. You know, there's
You know,
not
they
many
don't.
thank yous out there.
No, they don't. People don't stop and tell you. They're quick to tell you the things that you do wrong, but they're never quick to tell you the good things
exactly.
that you do. Now, if something's white gold or yellow gold, it matters not for the price, does it?
Everything's
Gold
the
is
same price. Gold is gold is gold. White gold has been alloyed with zinc. Yellow gold has been alloyed with copper. So it's, you know, and 14 karat or 10 karat, it's the same price. Matters not whether it's white or yellow, or rose,
Or rose.
or rose gold.
Is
That's just
there a lot of rose gold anymore?
not a lot, but you see.
We called it pink. My mom called it
Pink gold. We recently made for a young man that's leaving, I believe it's next week for Afghanistan, but he wanted a special ring. He's from Russia, and he's fighting in our war in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And very fine young man, very well educated. And his fiance, he wanted her to have a rose gold ring. Had to be rose gold, had to be a light rose shade, not
Yeah.
red and not
Yeah.
pink. And we researched it. We bought the rose gold. We ordered it from a fine company that we deal with all the time, Stuller Manufacturing. We ordered his rose gold. We got it exactly in the shade. We custom built the ring to be exactly the picture he brought in, and he was tickled to death. He brought me a medallion
Yeah.
that is a thing that they get in the military for good job, and gave it to me the morning he picked it up. He asked his fiancee to marry him, or his girlfriend to marry him in Atlanta on Friday afternoon.
Oh.
And then he ships out next Friday, I think, for Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But it was very important to him, and I mean, this young man had done all of his homework. He knew the price of diamonds. He knew the price of gold. He knew how much it took to do it, how much labor. But I mean, we fixed him up. We saved him a couple $1,000s on what he'd been priced the same ring, and it was identical to his picture. But I mean, this was somebody that, you know, again, that good feeling that you do somebody right, you know, he got what he wanted.
How does Rick Davis see hundreds of people every day and nobody waits over 15 minutes? It's simply the system. Check in with the Golden Girls first. They divide your jewelry into plastic bins. Next, wait for your number to be called. This may be my favorite part because it is never a long wait and it gives me the opportunity to look around the showroom. Then, when my number is called, I get to see Rick or Jason. Both of them are great. They give me a value on my items and I decide if I want to sell it or not. Of course, I always do because Rick pays the best. Last, I sign out with Miss Norma. She's really a gem. And I'm on my way. I always have a great time with Rick and his friendly staff. I wouldn't go anywhere else. Stop in and see Rick and his friendly, experienced staff at 5301 Brainerd Road in Chattanooga. While there, be sure to mention that you saw this ad on the CW and receive your CW special. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, Chattanooga's premier jewelry store.
I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to thank you for watching the show. Hope you got some knowledge out of it. Hope you learned some things and picked up some footnotes along the way that you didn't fully understand. If we can answer any questions, remember we're located at 5301 Brainerd Road. We're your friend in the jewelry business. Thank you, and God bless.